Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. So in this one we're going to talk about the new Shazam character and how good he is. Keep in mind this video does not necessarily serve the purpose of me trying to bash the character or anything, because I'm gonna do that. But it's more something like how good this feels to play and how useful this can be to you. It's something that's kind of made to help you guys decide if you do or do not want to get Shazam. So first of all, we're going to talk about his looks, his basic hits, his abilities, and then his usability in raids and soul rates. The character looks like Gold Shazam, a bit worse in my opinion, so if you like Gold Shazam you might like this one. The effects and the lightning coming out of his hands are fine. Now his basic attacks, I really don't like them. The tap attacks are very short, and at a lot of points I saw instances where I was like very close to the enemy. I was tapping 2 times, Shazam was getting his 2 hits in, trying his best and hitting the air, and the enemy was like, oh, you can't reach that far, unfortunate, and they proceed to hit me instead. So his basic hits, I really don't like them. And a lot of the times after these swipes, you're going to kind of get a bit of a delay, though that seems to be tied to lag. Like I was playing on the phone and I have the delay after the swipe when using specials. And at points you can get super moved in that time frame, the enemy can block. While on PC now, I'm no longer having that delay, so that's definitely a weird topic of discussion for me. And look, I'm going to be honest, his basic hits and his AI, how he feels, how he functions, is not that terrible. It definitely could have been worse. The things that heavily aggravates this is the fact that they already had an AI for a Shazam character. And that AI is from Gold Shazam, and it's a good one. It's an AI that is very, very far superior to this one. And they just didn't go with it, and they're known for reusing AI. Like they gave Robin King the AI of Batman, the AI of Batwoman, of Multiverse Batwoman, even though that literally doesn't fit him. And over here, they created a new AI for this new Shazam in an attempt for people not to call it a copy paste of the Gold Shazam. And this is still happening. People, including myself, are calling him a copy paste of Gold Shazam, and he's got worse hits. Look. Just cut the losses at this point, give him the basic hits of Gold Shazam, because his basic hits are usable. They're not that terrible, but what we already had was so much better. So much better. Now getting to his abilities, look, they kind of suck because they need 6 abilities to tell you you're getting more damage. And it's something that sounds complicated, but it isn't really. So first of all, let me give a try to explain the Shazam system and what he does in the complicated way. Yeah, he has a chance to refound his abilities whenever he uses an ability. When he refounds, he generates an overload stack. Whenever you get more overload stacks, you get a lower chance to power refound. But whenever you use a third special, you're going to use the overload stacks to get a bit more damage and get a flat amount of damage buff that's going to be there. Also, you generate overload with special 1 if you're below 10 overloads. Yeah. Did you understand anything? That's how they wanted you to look at this. The more simple way, I'm gonna tell you how to look at this. Use special tree. Use the third special. You place the third special on your phone, and you'll get more damage. If you don't get more damage, you'll get more damage the next time you use the third special, or the next time after that. You press third special, you get more damage. That damage can go all the way up to 750% when he's at 7 stars, and it's going to be lower at lower star ratings. That's literally all you need to know about Shazam. You press third special, sometimes you press special 1, you get more damage, go all the way up to 750. Simple, right? You don't need to care about overlord or anything of that matter. You just know you have something glowing above your head, and you don't care about it. You just play the game and get more damage. It's like trying to make Crown of Kondak sound more complicated, or Mr. Freeze passive that gives you more damage for spending power bars. Like, it's the same thing, you're just making it sound more complicated. Special 1 is okay, though. We already talked about the third special, I'm gonna skip that. Special 1 is okay. It gets you a bit of overwhelm or overload, though I'm not using that too often. Special 2 gives a reflective shield depending on the overload you already have. You can also get some overload if you resist a negative effect, though that's very goddamn specific. And yeah, his whole kit is a circle jerk to tell you with more complicated words in order to sound smart that you're going to get all the way up to 750% more damage. Now, we're going to get a bit into some comparisons in performance in both, actually only in soul rates. I haven't really seen him in league rates, but because he is pretty much Confluent Sockman, but worse, and we're going to get into that, I don't imagine he's still good there either. So 750% damage is a pretty big number. Now King is going to get all the way up to 600% damage. Look, Shazam is better than King, am I right, boys? No, because he gets that much at 7 stars. And he's a legendary character. And most of you watching this video and most of you owning the new legendary Shazam are not gonna have it at 7 stars. I'm most likely not gonna have it at 7 stars since he doesn't drop from league rates, from soul rate rewards. I'm most likely never gonna have him at 3 stars or possibly not even above at 7 stars or possibly not even above 3 stars. So in theory, he gets more damage than King, but in practice not really, because you're gonna have him at a lower star rating than King. At the same time, he has absolutely no percentage hull damage compared to King, so he's literally Walmart Confluent Sockman, who's 10 times worse to get. Now, how are you going to use him for the free-to-play side of things and for the pay-to-win side of things? We're going to talk about this, because in the free-to-play section, we're going to talk about the utilizations of this character and with the artifacts that you get for free, and for the pay-to-win side of things, we're literally going all out and giving him the most optimal possible scenario. First of all, the free-to-play side of things, yeah, he falls in the same boat as Mr. Freeze and Manta, while being worse than both of them. And the fact that he falls in the same boat as Mr. Freeze and Manta seems like means that you should not really prioritize him anyway. Because Mr. Freeze and Manta are legendaries that are notorious for being decent for the free-to-play side of things. They're decent, they're pretty good. But you need to have them at a high star rating. You need to have their gears. You need to have a team set up for them. They're not something you just get out of the box like a 3-star Deathstroke and put to work and you see 1.5 billion damage with no gears. Not like that. You need a ton of investment, and for most people that investment gives very, very low results compared to the amount you invested. So for the free-to-play side of things, no. You don't need this man. This man is not going to do anything for you. Just forget he exists. Now for the pay-to-win side of things, first of all, I'm going to address the lower resource allocation, because there's something that I thought about and I saw Night Fury using. I'm going to put the video in the description if I don't forget. That is Beta Club Shazam plus Classic Wonder Woman plus Brainiac. That is the absolute best you can give somebody without giving them Raven. You know how much he did with that? 1 billion damage. You know how much... and with like level 10 God Killer, so it was literally peak performance. A 7-star Shazam. You know how much Mr. Freeze does with that? 2 billion damage. And you know what? He doesn't even need Brainiac. You can just put a random silver character in there or put Vixen and he does 2 billion damage. And Manta can do more than that with the same setup. So yeah, a bit rough in that regard. Where he does do well is actually with Raven. If you play Shazam plus Raven in the same way that it synergizes with King plus Raven, you're going to do easily 2 billion damage. But the problem is, you got King for that. And if you're at the point where you have Beta Club, having King available for another team, I don't think it's necessarily anymore something that you need or something that's going to add huge value to your account. So yeah, you can use him plus Raven with Beta Club and deal 2 billion damage. Or you can use the Mr. Freeze, or you can use the Zatanna, or you can use the King, which all of them have other utilizations outside of that, which are better, and you can kind of use them for multi-purpose. This man, only thing he does for the free-to-play side of things doesn't do anything, and for the pay-to-win side of things, you see my Raven, Beta Club, get 2 billion damage, you're welcome, and it's honestly up to you if you feel like that's something you need, or something you want, but as far as simply is he worth your gems in terms of the performance and what he provides to the roster, what he brings to the table? No, Not for the pay-to-win side of things, not for the free-to-play side of things. Just pretend he doesn't exist. You're welcome. And yeah, that's kind of all I had to say for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Like it if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and goodbye.